Okay, I believe I'm probably live now, but just hang on one second while I verify that. Okay, go over here, over to here, go live, and we are live. Okay, good. Let's go over here now. Let's pop out our chat. Of course, as always the case, be sure to stop by the chat section and say hi. Questions, suggestions, comments, always welcome, both in the chat and in the comment section below. Go over here to ChatGPT. Now, I may have actually used this a little bit today, but hopefully not. Okay, so anyway, let's sort of take a look where we are right now. Okay, the data set again is a donut business, named in honor of the donut house in Estes Park, Colorado. Used to be the best donuts east of the Rocky Mountains, maybe even west of the Rocky Mountains. So let's come over here. Trouble is, I got two different project directories, don't I? So let's come down here. I need to move this. So let's take a look at our story today. All right. Come down here. You can probably get rid of that. So this is actually a histogram with the quantity sold on the x-axis, and this would be the number of occurrences for each quantity. Okay, and you can see that the biggest quantity is donuts, followed by coffee. Okay, and you got a nice colorful box plot here by product. Individuals histograms by product. Again, coffee is donuts the biggest one, followed by probably coffee. Again, nice even thing. This is a really pretty, a really interesting plot, histogram here. You can see the nice, the total price as the total price increases. The number of orders go down. Okay, because this should be the number of occurrence for each one of these values and each one of these values. So you can see most of the orders, over 800 orders, were around $4 to $5 total. Okay, and while the 20 to 25 had the fewest. And again, you can see here, interestingly, we do have some outliers on both the. Now, if you know what the y-axis is in histogram, be sure to let me know. Okay. So you can see here, this is the blue. We got some outliers in the hot tea, it looks like, and we got outliers in the donuts. All right. Individual histograms for each product. Again, individual box plots. This is the analyst. This is days of the week. This is the hour of the day in which the orders took. You can see actually that the orders are pretty well distributed, although there is a slight increase as we go towards the middle of the day. Okay, and a nice big box plot. So this would be what? This would be the order time. You can see as the day goes on, the orders increase. What is this? This is the day of the week. Okay, and you can see that the biggest day of the week would appear to be Monday or Sunday, right? With the least being Saturday. Okay, so that looks okay. So I've already went in and I've loaded our data. So let's come down and find out where our problem comes in. Okay. Come down here, we're going to create a very quick data frame called daily. It's going to be grouped by order date, summarized with a count and a total price. So let's run that. And now you're going to see where our problems come in, okay? So this is order count from here, from about October 2024 to July of 2025. It's a very long period of time, okay? Very long period of time. We are running. We got this big spike here, okay, and we also got a big spike in sales. So what we want to do is we want to try to use ChatGPT maybe to make some adjustments to our data. Okay, let's come back over here then. Over here, add files up here. Documents. Yeah, I need to move these two things here over to the other plot. over to the other side. Okay, we're here. Okay. Between, what did we say? October 24th and January 25th. Oh, come. I know some of you people are out there watching, so stop by the chat session and say hi. Oh, we reached the limit, so let's come over here. Let's first of all, let's go to Gemini. Can we upload files? We'll be able to read yes, Phoebe Palmer's Enduring Legacy. If you don't know who Phoebe Palmer is, be sure to go out and look her up on YouTube, as well as search for information about her on ChatGPT, your favorite search engine, okay? So I'm not really sure how well this is going to work. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is very interesting. It's actually creating plots. So the question is, I didn't know they can draw plots. Quantity, original versus smooth. You know, I must say, this is pretty doggone impressive. I'm really pleased with this. Let's see. You can download the new Excel files. Uh, oh no. Oh shoot. Shoot. That's not what he really means. It's getting rid of sarcastic, isn't it? Okay. So let's see what that does. Come, 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 come. I know some of you people are out there watching, okay, so stop by the chat session and say hi. Okay, so let's come back over here now. So let's come back over here. How many rows does the original one have? Okay. Okay. That's close, but not close enough, right? Replace what? You know, I must say, this is pretty doggone good, and it's free. Okay, I mean, it can now read Excel files. It can create plots of the Excel files, and it's doing data cleaning. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks much better. Okay, good. Because I think there was. Let's make sure. Okay, this looks really promising, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so now we come back over here. Let's change this. Hopefully you're not going to change the column names, okay? That all looks good. Order, time, POSIX, date, format. Okay. Let's take a look at daily. Well, unfortunately, I don't see any difference. Okay, I'm still seeing this huge spike here, so I'm not really sure what to do about that. Possibly look at it by month or something like that. So we spent a few minutes on okay, so we spent a few moments on a few moments on Gemini, and it appeared to work. It appeared to work, but in the end, it didn't. Okay. Oh boy. Because I mean, we could even try, you know, doing some sort of moving average. But the trouble is, we just got this huge difference between 25 orders a day to 100 orders a day. And we looked at days of the week. We saw it had increased the day of the week. Now, let's pose a hypothetical question. Suppose something really did happen in those. So you talk October, November. You're talking October, November, December. You're talking 4 months, right? October, November, December, January. You're talking 4 months. Uh, Now, overall, I'm actually surprised with surprised with how good actually Gemini actually did it. It read the Excel file and and created 2 plots. And it tried to do some data cleaning. I thought we had it fixed at one point, but apparently we didn't. Okay. So what do we actually do here? Do we leave these in here, or do we not? I mean, we could try doing a moving average, right? We could just get rid of these numbers here altogether. We could do something like, right? You can say, well, order numbers, right? We're going to remove any orders that's greater than 25. Okay? Just to see what's going on. Okay, we can word like this. Filter T less than, let's try 30. Okay? And I hate to say it, but this actually looks familiar here. Okay? So again, we took out the big we took out the big answer here. Let's take a look at sales down there then. Because this would be sales per day, right? I mean, we could say, oh, you know what? You know what happened here? Uh, you know what happened? Uh, for some reason, the sales were doubled. Okay, so for some reason, the sales were doubled. Let's add a smooth line. Well, this isn't very good because we're basically seeing that the sales, well, we got a lot of fluctuation here. Okay, we're seeing a pretty much straight line. Yeah. Let's come down here and add the same thing. Let's just do one more thing. Let's go ahead and let's get rid of this. We should be able to put a comment there, right? Right? So let's change these to points. So we can see exactly what's going on here. Point. Let's rerun this. So this is sort of interesting. Okay? See this big grouping up here going from about 45 up to 100. Yeah, I must say this is actually an interesting plot. I mean, so we could just declare these to be outliers, declare these to be a problem, right? Why is that there? Why is that there? I'm not really sure. And if we did a, let's do a low as. Well, look what happens. Okay. So what happened here? We can make an executive call that says, oops, because what you go from, say, 300 up to say 800. Let's just spread it, say 500. Now, let's say 275 to 800, right? Well, no, 500, what? So this is 250. So each one of these lines is 125, right? So you can say from 375 to 875. See, so there's a fairly wide spread here, okay? All right. Well, I'm going to leave you with that, okay, that you think about it. Drop me a comment in the section below and let me know what you think we should do about this data like this, okay? Should we just like subtract like 100 from it and move it all back down somehow? I don't know. I don't know. Because everything else is pretty smooth here. All right, that's the point. Everything else is pretty smooth. All right. So maybe we could just deduct, 100, 100 from here or something, like from each one of these numbers or something. I don't know. All right. Or we can say, you know what, we're gonna get rid of outline. So what should we do with these numbers here? Because again, remember, this data was originally created by Quadratic AI spreadsheet, okay? 10,000 rows of donut shop data. Now we also got a Benny's breakfast bar data. Maybe we'll look at next week and we'll see if we have the same problem with that, okay? So anyway, thanks for your time. Hey, by all means, drop me a comment in the section below. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me, okay?